Ah, Minecraft. A game of open world exploration and crafting where your own imagination is your only limitation. I'm Slipshod.
Yeah. We've seen this already and we all know how that went. Anyways, folks, welcome back. It's been, well, a really long time. There have been some major updates and I've learned a few new tricks, and I think I might finally be ready to give it another go. If this isn't your first SkyBlock rodeo, or you don't feel the need to see world setup stuff, you're free to just jump ahead to that first chapter mark where the actual journey begins. But otherwise, sit back, relax, and let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. It has been so long and I have missed you all so much. We are back on Minecraft and we are getting ready to start a new SkyBlock Infinite world. Our last SkyBlock Infinite world, well, met an unfortunate end. However, we are now on 1.21.5 and on the cusp of the next update. 1.21.6 has already come out and all of the exciting things that brings with it. But unfortunately, not all of my mods are quite up to date, and I just couldn't wait to get started. Of course, the first thing we're going to want to do is get that world generated. And just as before, we are using the SkyBlock Infinite Data Pack by Dr. Trog. Definitely go check them out if you haven't. And this data pack is special because it works in tandem with your seed to generate islands around your area. Simply just check your data packs and make sure you get that added in now. And there we are, we have it right in place. Now, of course, you can get the most up-to-date version of it on Modrinth. That's where you're gonna have the best results finding it. But once we've got that added on, just throw it into your selected and get that started. Now, we're not gonna mess with any of the experiments, but I do wanna change a few game rules. Now, personally, I'm gonna change this respawn location radius down to about 2, just to make it a little clearer where we're gonna respawn if we do happen to fall off. And for our second change, we've got update fire here. Let's go ahead and turn our fire tick off. Now, that may cause some troubles for us, but I think we'll be able to work around. It'll be so much more convenient to have the decorative fires. Those are the only two we're going to update, so we can finish up with that and get back to updating our world. Working a bit backwards here, we're going into the world category, and I do want to leave a seed that any one of you can follow along with me at home. So let's just keep it something simple and go with Minecraft, all lowercase. That should be an easy one to remember. Finally, it's time to pop back to the game section and start getting our last information in place. We need a world name. Let's just go with it's Slipshod SkyBlock. Make it something simple. And I don't want to start it on hardcore mode. Let's go with survival and keep the difficulty as hard. But that should be everything we need, so let's get the world started. I am so excited to be finally getting back into the world. Let's see what we have. Ooh, always a little startling at first, but thankfully we have our nice familiar menu here. Of course, it's going to be very simple for us. I do want to start with the seed generation for the main island and the seed generation for the outer islands. This is a new world we're starting on, so we can just go ahead and get it going. And just like that, we're off on our journey. Let's check this chest and get our starter items. Ooh, of course we do start with everything we need to make a cobblestone generator, a bit of miscellaneous items, and the obsidian to get us to the nether a little later on. Now, we're probably not going to need that, but these are all going to be great things to start with. And if it's not obvious enough, we are trying to use shaders this run just to make our world a little prettier. I'm not entirely sold on it, so let me know what you think. We are currently using complementary shaders reimagined. For now, I think it looks pretty nice, if I do say so myself. We want to carefully break all of this grass and hope we can get a seed. Oof, no luck. Well, that's alright. We should be able to find some other food options a little later on. Push comes to shove, we do have the glow berries here. Let's go ahead and try to get this tree down. Make sure we have the sapling that we're going to need. Be very careful in harvesting our bottom oak logs so it doesn't fall into the void. Now, there's probably going to be plenty of opportunities for us to feed the void later, but for now, I'd like to try to avoid it for as long as possible. You want to be very careful when taking down the trees, just so we're not taking away all the wood. We don't want the leaves to start to decay yet. We want to take the first bit of wood we have and get our first crafting table. I want to make sure we have enough to make our first wooden pickaxe, and just a couple oak planks to make sure we can get all of the saplings, to see if we can get any saplings to just drop by hand. There are people who argue about whether or not it's better to just leave the trees to decay and drop saplings that way, or just punch them by hand. I'm here to tell you, it doesn't matter either way. Do whatever you feel like. The odds for it are exactly the same. So punch leaves to your heart's content. Just don't let any fall over the edge. And that's where these slabs come in. I'm going to make sure to put them on the non-spawnable side. That'll just prevent any mobs from spawning in. I'm sure if you've played SkyBlock, you know this trick all too well. Let's just hope we can get that sapling. We can survive without seeds for now, but we definitely need a starter sapling. And I'm getting really nervous. Not too much left now. Come on, come on, come on. Uh-oh. Oh, thank goodness. We've got a sapling. This is great news. We can plant this guy and have more wood coming. Let's go ahead and work on the next starter farm we're gonna need. This is going to be the foundation of everything we build here. We have to be very careful not to lose any of our dirt along the way. We grab our ice in our lava bucket, and on one side, we slap down our ice, and on the far side, we put our lava. All we've got to do is break our ice, and we have our very first cobblestone. This is gonna take some time of me just harvesting away for a while. I'm probably gonna just use up this whole pickaxe, and we'll go from there. I'll be back in a moment. Oh, would you look at that? I did it wrong. Good thing I didn't lose our lava. Easy enough fix. Oh, guess that's all she wrote. We got 43 though. Should be a nice little start. I'm gonna go ahead and take quite a few of these and make them into slabs. That way we can start spreading out our island. I still want to build on the lower slab just to keep the mobs away, but I do think I want to go as low as possible just to make sure we can utilize all of this dirt. It's gonna be a fair bit of waiting at this point just to get the tree to grow and a few more resources for us. I'm gonna go ahead and make up our next pickaxe and get to work on making some improvements around here. Wish me luck. Getting an upgrade. Nice. All right, so we have worked through one night, a whole day, and a whole nother night to get to the point we are. We've made a couple little improvements, including putting up our glowberries to start farming and getting a few more trees started. We've also been just mining a ton of cobblestone, which is definitely going to do us well. Now, one of the troubles we had last time I tried to run a SkyBlock world was just how long it took for us to get a bed. And that's something I really want to make sure we can take care of quickly, just because we know those phantoms are going to be just around the corner. Thankfully, I did take some time to look around and see what kind of exciting things we have. And in addition to some lovely trees, looks like we have birch. And all the way over there, I can see some spruce. And then I think back on this side, you can just barely see in the distance, it looks like that's going to be dark oak for us. So that's a bunch of exciting wood types to start out with. Though what's really exciting me is just over this way. Not only do we have an ancient city out there, but we also have a trial chamber. As well, it looks like we have one just on the other side waiting for us too. Which is of course going to be very handy, as the trial chamber has a few beds we could go ahead and steal, as well as some other great resources. And the ancient city over there is just loaded with wool, so we can easily make a bed for ourselves. Either way, I think that's a direction I'd like to get going before we get too big over here. Looking in both directions, it certainly seems like that trial chamber is going to be a lot closer, but if I'm honest, I think I'd like to get to the deep dark and try to get some of the resources from over there. I just know there's going to be plenty over there that is really going to help us out early game. So let's just go ahead and take some of this cobblestone and convert it all down into slabs. We'll take all the slabs we can, and I think no time like the present to just start heading over. I do like to branch out from 0-0 just for my own sanity and to make it a lot easier to find our way back home. We'll go ahead and mark that up just a little higher to make sure we know what's the spot to go from, and out we head. This is going to be a little dangerous. If you're afraid of heights, I recommend looking away. It's coming into sight now. We are going to have enough slabs. Thank goodness. Now, unfortunately, I didn't bring my bucket of water to get down, so we're gonna need to take a little detour back home. Not to mention, it would be great to grab that wood so we can make a bed down there. Let's hurry back now. Home at last. Unfortunately, we are starting to get hungry, and we don't have any food just yet. While we're here, let's go ahead and make up an axe. That should keep us a little better protected and able to take out these trees much quicker. I'd really like to wait till morning before we head over, so I'm just gonna clear out these trees in the meantime. Hopefully the rain will stop as well. That would be ideal. Oh, ask and you shall receive, I suppose. So we have everything stored. Let's grab our bucket for the most dangerous part of this. If we fall off the bridge with this bucket, it is over for us. Unless we come up with some creative solutions. But I'm sure it won't come to that. We're gonna just head back over and hopefully we can find some food over there. We're not gonna be doing any running unless we do. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I miss the sweet berries of our old world so much. You know, I was thinking about food and I guess that will work. And don't mind if I do help myself to a few of these. Why, thank you. At least I feel a little safer now. I'm gonna trim these other ones back and leave them growing for... Whoops. So we hopefully will have a few more berries when we get back. Well, let's just put down the water and see where it goes. I don't know about you all, but looks pretty safe to me. Let's go. Whoops. Uh-oh. Not how I wanted to start off. Okay, it seems safe down this side. Let's go ahead and make a double chest, because I'm sure we're going to wind up with a lot of loot. I do not want to risk losing my bucket. So we're going to put that in here for now, and hang on with just our stone tools and try to make a little progress. We've got to get to that shrieker. Ooh, there's our sneak 100. Not liking how quickly nighttime is approaching. Let's make our very first bed. Fantastic. So much easier this go round. Let's get that sweet, sweet achievement. All right, so the rest is ours for the taking. Just because you drive me crazy. Let's sneak down to this first layer here and try to collect up a bunch of wool to get us started. How close do you think we can get before we start getting in trouble? Okay, pretty close. I think we might even be able to destroy this. Let's give it a try. Coast is clear. Perfect. Well, that's a good sign. let's go ahead and start looting around the ancient city and see what kind of riches it has in store for us. All right, first chest. Let's see what we get. Oh, diamond leggings right off the bat. Protection level 4 and unbreaking 3. That's amazing. Plus, let's see, plenty of glowberries, books. I'll take all this. What's this guy? Swift Sneak 3. Amazing. Looks like we've got a Shrieker over here. Should be easy enough to cover. Hopefully that'll do it, but just to be safe. This one has... Oh, more diamond leggings with mending. Great. Plenty more coal. Name tag, lead, all right. And what's this book? Ooh, Frostwalker. What an interesting book for us to get. If you know, you know. I think I might eat just a few of these berries. I don't love my life being lowered, even if it is only just 1 heart. Don't mind if I grab a bit more wool. Almost got me. Whoops, should have thought that one through. Thankfully, nothing nearby. You see more chests, though. Ooh, and a Shrieker. Let's go make some friends, shall we? Good news is it looks like it might just be this one, which is easy enough to cover. Hey, a saddle and some bottles of enchanting. And some iron leggings. I won't turn it down. Another swift sneak. Be alright with that. Ooh, with this fancy item, they'll never suspect we're here. Ouch. Oh, hey, this is some dark wood as well. I thought I saw a chest over here. Ah, yep, there it is. Coast looks clear. We risk it? Let's go for it. Ooh, a diamond hoe, curse of vanishing, efficiency 5. All right. Even though I know no mobs will spawn, it still does make me nervous being out here at night. I'd really like to get back to my bed now. Where did we put that bed? Oh, that's right. This way. There are so many trial chambers so close by. Looks like there's only going to be a couple more spots for treasure chests, but we do still have the whole portal over there that, in case you don't know, hides a little secret. Uh-oh. That's 2. And I think that's enough. Let's start going. Alright, so once again we're stuck in the rain, but we've explored most of it here. Popping into free cam mode, we've gotten through all of the stuff over this side here. We just need to get through this middle. And then looks like a few more chests down over this side that we should be able to gather up. So, after a brief little fly around, it looks like we have looted every chest in the ancient city. There is just one more structure for us to claim. The portal behind us. Now, for those of you who don't know, there is a secret chamber hidden underneath this that can get you started with a lot of redstone basics. Let's go check it out. So the way into the secret redstone lab is actually down underneath here. If you just come right to this section, you'll find a couple staircases and some suspicious slabs. If you break right through those, you can find your way right inside. There's already some repeaters, some sticky pistons, but if you go even farther in, you'll notice plenty of other miscellaneous things that are just going to be really nice to start out with, including a lectern. Inside, we have so much redstone to get us started. This is exactly what we needed. Don't mind if I do start harvesting some of this. I'll take these pistons from both sides. Oh, it never turned down free redstone either. A target block. Whole block of redstone. Don't mind if I do. Now, fun fact, in case you didn't know, these are actually set up as little experimentations in redstone, showing you different effects that they can have. For instance, this one shows that whenever the redstone is powering, it can go through solid blocks, but it'll actually stop the circuit when it comes to glass. I've always just thought that was a really nice little touch for vanilla Minecraft. And of course, I'm not going to turn down the spare dirt as well. Once you've gotten all the redstone and dirt from down here, you are good to go. There's just one thing to make sure you don't forget before you leave the ancient city for good. Or at least until you need some more of that sweet, sweet deep slate. Just don't forget all of this great soul soil hidden just below the portal. Make sure you've gotten rid of all the shriekers, otherwise you might be in trouble. 56 pieces just prime for the taking. And that's gonna do it for this ancient city. Let's head back to our base camp, check those chests, and see what all we wound up with. This was such a fun way to start a new SkyBlock world. And just look at all the stuff we found. So many different blocks that you can only get here, and a bunch of enchanted books to get us started. Some really nice finds in there. As well, we got plenty of equipment, some saddles just in case we get horses, and even plenty of redstone. Plenty more we can harvest in the future. But the things I'm really excited about, this dirt and this soul sand, is going to be fantastic for some of the farms we can make later. We're just gonna have to gather up everything we can and head on home. We're definitely gonna have to take more than one trip, so we're gonna have to be very careful not to fall into the void. Let's grab some diamond leggings, just only one saddle and some diamond armor, all of our redstone, and these couple tools. Of course, I want to make sure we keep our soul sand and our dirt, and we definitely need our bucket. Just one disc will do. All of our coal, and all these goodies can come along too. Well, I think that's gonna be a pretty nice haul to start out with. Let's just make it back safely. I'm not gonna lie, swimming up these water streams do make me nervous, but we have to make sure we grab our bucket and take back our water. Alright, safely back up. Switch out and grab our water. Making sure not to fall back down the hole. And our beautiful island off in the distance. Let's go ahead and hurry back home. Whew. Home safe and sound. That was one of the most stupidly stressful straight lines I have ever walked. Nice to see our trees have grown. Bit of glowberry to show for it as well. Combine that with all we have, and we've got a pretty lackluster starting food source. But a lackluster food source is better than no food source. We'll just dump off everything we have in a chest. Have to work on organizing something a little better further in. For now, I'm just grateful we survived our adventure so far. But folks, I think that's going to be all we get into today. I want to start taking a bit of time at the end of each episode to share a bit of the art that I've received from friends and fans. So those are what's going to be on your screen right now. Of course, we do have our amazing new banner honoring our old SkyBlock world created by a good friend of mine, Finch of Fancy, over on Tumblr. But I'm always so thrilled anytime I get any kind of artwork or feedback on any of my videos. For this series, I do think we've already had a pretty amazing start, and I look forward to all the fun adventures we're going to get into along the way. One ancient city down and several trial chambers just waiting in the wings. Not to mention all the great resources we're going to gather along the way. I'm going to be out here grinding just a bit more and getting everything ready for our next major expansion. In the meanwhile, to new fans, I thank you for taking the chance on me, and to old friends, thanks for always being there. Have a great rest of your day, and remember to be the good in it. I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye-bye. If we fall off the bridge with this bucket, it is over for us. Over for us. Over for us. Over.